Hey, check it out. It's just bouncing on its own. Woo-hoo. How you doing, kids? Thanks for coming out. And if you're not coming out live, then thank you even more for coming out, because take a little time out of your daily schedule to check this cool stuff out. But as I do my normal thing, those of you that are coming on, primarily what I'm doing here is more for like the newer hitter, new BPer, because some guys just kind of hit sporadically. But I think once you start taking the game a little bit more seriously, and you start getting a little bit more humble with the game, because you do have a lot of failures, especially at a young age, or even guys over 40 and 50 experience a lot of failures. But this video is for those guys. If you're working on being consistent, or if your BP sessions are just not quite as good, I'm just gonna go live and go about how I go about my BP with my mindset, what I'm trying to do every BP, because BP isn't just about getting out there and running around. Unless part of why I come out here I try to be on a consistent basis, is for get the heart pumping, the blood flowing, moving around. I mean, that's, to me, I've always shared, this is my gym. And then hitting is just another physical activity, aerobic activity, to continue with wellness in life. So things that I do, first off, go to Goodwill, go somewhere, find yourself a mat. You can get yourself a mat; it helps immensely. But always, when you're done, whether you have a mat or not, bring a shovel or something, fill the holes up, and if you have water, put it there. Because once it continues to do that with the batter's box, it stays good. But I highly recommend get this. Um, I'm gonna start this video after swinging 60 pitches already. The dimensions of the ball out here, our field, is about 275 feet. And then you have, the net that goes above it, which is, it's approximately, I'd say, about 20 feet from the ground up. When I come out BP just to do BP and no streaming, I'm not looking to hit any home runs. I mean, yeah, I love hitting home runs. They're fun. But for me, I take more pride in hitting holes, gaps, table setting, and, hitting those great line drives. The balls, they say they have hair on them because they're going, that's what I really focus on doing. Another thing, when I come to BP, my one approach when I'm doing this is, I know you got to find what works for you. And I've always found what's increased my style of hitting is I've hit with people who want to work. I'm going to go all right side. And to me, that's a good idea. But for me, what didn't work for me is in my mindset thinking I'm going to start forcing balls. And if you play the game enough, or if you really pay close attention to the outs you are making, half the time you're forcing a ball. Or if you're thinking right side and you get a pitch that you should be at least pulling, or left center, remember those outs. So to me, this is a game that when the ball's in flight, you got to identify and then try to hit it where it needs to go. Go with the science of the softball. For me, a ball that I can hit a good 5-6 shot in, I can go down the line, 5-6, or left center. So there's kind of like three outs, outlets. And it's the same thing in BP. I'm looking to identify the ball and get a good cut so it's in a hole to get a hit. And if the ball's by the cones, which if you don't see the cones, if the ball's by the cones, that's when I reevaluate. On my podcast, I've talked about the mental hitter, the mental player, and the physical player. Hitting is really mental. I mean, unless you can whack it 400 feet, no matter where it's at, then you could be a physical guy. But obviously, I'm under 6 feet and I'm under 200 pounds, so I cannot be that physical monster in here. I got to be the mental guy who can get on base, table set these guys. But also, if you're playing, I would say in NorCal, at least at the B level or major plus level, you got to be able to hit it out, hit it over the fence if it's there. If it's calling, if the plate's full, you go out there, go eat, big dog, right? But primarily what I'm working on here, and I always go 20, but for purposes of filming, I have about 30, 35 balls. So I'm just going to do a whole good round. And I'm going to also, while I'm doing my rounds, I'm also going to critique what I'm talking about, like if you're not even there. But, once again, hitting here, I'm not looking to hit any home runs. I'm looking to spray it. A lot of times you watch me hit BP or my derby, I'm doing them here, but I can still hit that whole side because of my BP approach. what you see me do when I'm testing bats or showing you how well a bat performs is I'm trying to hit the big ball and try to hit as hard as I can because that's what you guys like to see. But our equipment is really good for that base hitter starting holes once you get that feel hitting the sweet spot. Darting holes. If you haven't seen my man, Hot Sauce, David Vasquez Jr., who playing with cheap suits as well as HMR, ever since he's had our bats in his hands, he's hit his share of line drive home runs. Like I've been watching him and playing against him. I'm like, holy mackerel, Gaio, you're freaking hitting lasers, home runs. He goes, yeah, yeah. And he's found a bat at his comfort zone. Primarily, he loves the Cali Love, the 25 with the 1 ounce load. But he also has the powder blue light one, 25 with a ½ ounce load. And he says they both feel good, Guile. But from what I've seen with him, he's been killing it since he's always been a great hitter. But I just see him on a higher level, consistent playing, swinging our bats. Ask him. I think he'll tell you himself. Okay. But that's what I like to show. There's still a handful. If you want to get exposed to our bats, there's a handful of the Sammy B bat. If you're interested in this, you can contact Sammy B or myself, but it's going to be at a discounted price. And this is very close to the new technology that we have. But if you're looking just to get another bat in your bat bag to try, swing, and get a feel with our bats, or just to support Sammy B, get the HUD now. This is a 26.5. We still have a handful of the Dennis Strom, which is an underrated bat. Great freaking bat. I swing the 26. If you saw the Slovakian Slash the last couple of years hitting bombs and do what he's doing, he's swinging a 27 ounce. We still got a handful of these at a very good price. So you reach out to me and I'll make sure you get these. Great bat, durability. Last couple tournaments, if you maybe seen me, I was swinging this because I didn't want to crack my little Mexicans. And we have a handful of the little Mexican 27 ounce, 3/4 load. And that's what I'm going to be swinging right now because I guess the push-ups and stuff has been doing well because I started with the 26 and then I started with the 27, went to the 26, but now, I have a handful of 27s and I just started swinging them and I'm swinging them well. This is just my BP session. Another good thing is I got a guy pitching to me and, I feel I'm not looking to get a walk, but if it's something I can hit it, I'm always looking to cut it. I've hit over 60 balls, and hopefully he's not tired. I iced him. All right, here we go. So I got my cones. I'm not looking to hit any balls over the thing. Here, let me tap to you, brother. Another thing before I start, just to get loose, maybe it's a mindset, some routine, that I'm always working on, doing some tap, as well as your pitcher. To me, your pitcher, this is also to get them loose. There you go. All right, I'm good. It's also to get them, sometimes pitchers go out there and do stuff. But get yourself. All right, good session. Okay, 26. All right. Yeah, listen. Yes, yes, yes. That's where the sound game came. That wasn't really a strike, but I'm just working on cutting it. No home runs. This is a 26 ounce strum. We got 27 left. Nice. I like, and my BP, if you notice, I'm spraying it. And hit it between those cones. Those cones dictate, for me, hit between them. All right, let's rock. Cutting the ball. You good, buddy? Get holes. Got my cones out here. Ooh. That might, for me, sometimes, I call that hit. That you got a 5-man, it's got to make a nice backhand, and I run pretty good, so it's got to be a bang bang play. But that isn't bad. But it wasn't strike. Oh shoot! That was inside the store. Stayed in. So that would be an out. So that tells me because it was in the air, I probably should have pulled it. All right, let's go. A little ahead of it. But if you notice, all my swings, I'm just trying to get balls that are hit. All right, baby. There's a fan dog. Ooh, that's up and in. And if you notice my swing, everything I'm trying to do is just cut off a batting tee. Another thing I've shared with people where you got to find a good spot in the box, what you're trying to do. a lot of great hitters, they're up in the box because you're trying to, hold on, hit it like a batting tee and cut it. You know, I know this, I've told some guys they're deep in the box. For some reason, they'd like to try to hit line drives. Look at that swing. How can you hit a line drive with that? Unless you're really gifted. But are they a 700 plus hitter week in and week out? Okay, so for me, my best swing right here for power and base hits. Let's go. The mad dog. Oh, yeah, see, I wasn't even strike outside, and that's in that 3-4 hole. I think I over-exaggerated the second base cone, that hole. Sometimes I see guys that don't play the mental game. That hole's just too huge. But I'm not forcing it. But if it's there, there it is. Oh! But that still pays the bills. Hit it when it pitched. The 26 ounce Spanish shrub. So that's like third baseman got a good jump. If you pick that ball, not bad. But mentally, I'm thinking I wasn't a strike. Just making sure the swing, if it's short, the cut swing. That boy, mad dog. This bat, I like the 26. Let me take a couple more. Careful, but all we got left in this is just 27 out. It's a great bat. I sold a couple to dudes in the area, and they're just hiding in their pockets. Join the fraternity, brother, because I'll tell you, don't go by what your friend tells you. Look what I'm doing with it right here. All right. Up and in, but I'm not opposed to that hole. But in a game, I'm taking that. Always just focusing muscle memory with good cut swings. Oh! And where the distance of that's got to be a pretty quick left fielder running in to catch that. Because that fence 275, that's dropping there about 265, 270. Conditioning 290. So it all depends on the jump and the quickness. I wasn't happy with that part, but all right, let's go. Ah, good ball. That was really short, but it's in the 5-6. Yeah. How's the balls looking there? Still good amount? Yeah. All right, man, done. So as you said, every swing I'm doing, I'm feeling good right now. I'm pitching pretty good. Haven't really made too many outs in this BP session. Oh, yeah, that's good. I think I can go right side. That's crazy. Something I would do if I think I really need to do it. Look where I'm at in the box. Just keep doing your thing. I'm way off the box. Watch me. I'm set for right side now. See? That's why the distance of the ball. Look where I'm set. You're not paying attention. I'm sitting middle right side. Mad dog said that's the ball. For dollars. See, that's what I say when you're off the plate. I'm looking to hit that right center hole. That was the ball. So you see? Guys out the dish, don't swing your balls. It doesn't mean strikes left center. I'm off the dish more than normal. Oh boy, ASA super. Push it forward, big man. Off the dish. So you see how late I am? Yeah. Because I'm doing it on my feet. Now here you go. I'm telling people I'm looking at where I'm set up 99% of the time. It's a middle away shot. So you guys saw that. I was off the dish and everything I'm set up on strikes, backside middle. That's why on the defensive side of the game, think about it. Here, you got to be willing to test. I'm going to go back to my normal side. And like for BP, I am literally right now just hitting the ball where it's pitched in a hole. Because it's reacting. I got to think that. You know, in a game, I can't tell him. I've been working on down the line. Can you pitch it inside? And that's what you get in BP when you're working on holes, right? Working on backside, away. To me, perfecting your game, to do that and do it with the T. Live, what's been working for me for years, react. You know, that's how your brain's got to work. how your muscle memory tweaks to do one thing opposed to the other. All right, Mad Dog, let's go. You know, I'm back to my normal spot. Gotta have, all right. Swinging a shrimp. See that? Oh boy. Well, you guys are in luck now. That means I can hit home runs now. So I'm gonna take a couple big boy shots with this. That's the weird ball anyways. All right, let's rock. Ah, see, out here, of course. All right. I should. Don't force home runs. Just be the force you are. Look at that. That's well struck. Look at that. Look at that. Well struck. Good amount of balls?
Yeah.
All right. So I got to get home run balls, right? So now, see, still my BP is always thinking keeping the ball in the yard. But now, other things I do, and I think it's good for your BP, tell yourself nobody's on base, so you're looking to get a hit. Is there one guy on first and second, second and third, first and third? You know, with no outs, I think a team with great hitters, with no outs, second and third, if your guy can get that base hit, you know, that's 2 runs with the hit, home run's a 3-run shot. But then you extend it. And I think those great teams that work well together, all their hitters take more pride in keeping it in the yard than hitting it out. All right. Goes to the shrub. Perfect. I'll hit a couple of Sammy B. Let's go. Right now, I'm just thinking 2 guys on. Don't get cheated. Oh, look at that. That's bombilla. This bat holds up well. This bat's got about 500. It's got a lot of swing. Oh, look at that. Sailing. I don't know if you can see those. I hope you can. I'll go 2 more at the shrub. Like I said, we still have this. This is 26. 27. Well, we got time right up there. Oh, see. That's the shrub. I'm going to take a couple with the Sammy B. I haven't swung this. This is a 26.5 model. They come in halves. The thing with this bat, for me, it doesn't work for me. But I know a lot of guys like the half ounce. This bat's good. He's got a couple for sale at a discounted price, which I don't know. You can reach out to me and I'll get in touch with who you need to touch with. But it's a discounted bat to try. Uh-oh. Well, it's kind of shark toothing. I'll take 2. So with the shark tooth, what I do if you're looking to malls, put the shark tooth because your swing is here. So you want the shark tooth. So what I'm doing where it's at, I'm putting California up. All right, let's rock. California bat. Looking up. Oh, that was a good pitch. And that should have been whacked. It's grumbled. Yeah, look at that. I kind of forced it on the left side. That's just clearing 300. Same thing, shark tooth bat. Let me yank it. Slightly cracked. Ooh, that's smashed. Look at that. Would that be out where I was at last weekend? No. Alright, that's the Sammy B shark tooth, which I'll show you, and I hit 2 pretty good pokes with it. There's the shark tooth. Alright. Let me go back to my approach. Keep it in the yard. How many do I got left? About 10? 10? Yeah. So other things is challenge yourself. I could cut these into 2 halves, and I talked about that a lot. I try to go 3 for 5 my last 5, and I always call it the envelope round because if you're going 4 for 5, that's 800. So if you have 2, my last 10 balls, you cut them in half. But I'm always thinking average. Play game scenarios in your head. So when you're in a game, you're already prepared. And that's what I'm saying. Those are the approaches and things. Those are the things I do. And a lot of times, some people, believe it or not, don't like to hit BP with me, but it's the other way around. There's some people I don't like to hit BP with because I come with the focusness. And I, one time kind of having a fun conversation, oh, they're telling me, oh, this and that, how you talk. I go, well, I've been having a good career. I've been successful. And it's about routines. And I don't want to change anything. So I respect what you're saying and stuff, and that's okay. I like to hit outdoors more than a cage. Cage is when I need to, just to get swings to keep my arms loose and limber. You're not going to work on things in a cage the same way you will on an open field. You don't get to see how you're driving the ball, hitting the ball, let alone if you're hitting holes. So your mind is just seeing this. And I'm almost willing to bet if you're a hitter that just hits in the cage, what are you batting consistently in tournaments, say 10 tournaments, opposed to the guy who's hitting every week in and week out outside? I know where I've been year in, year out, hitting outside more times than not. And I know some guys in the cage and they're the heartbeat hitters. So that's what I'm saying. When you're hitting BP, find something that's going to keep you consistently successful. Okay? But you got to be able to go outside the box. All right, 10 more balls. I'm just going to count you out. Everything's open. Home runs are good. Base hits. I'm hoping here I want no more than 3. Let's go. Okay. I'm not working a walk, but if I can do something with this, I'm going to do something with this. Maybe hold on. Breathe through that nose, big guy. And another thing, breathing through the nose eases the tension. When you have pressure situations, calm your heartbeat down, lower it. Breathe through the nose, some oxygen. Those are just good things. You don't have to do it. I could be crazy, but I swear, you get busted out for hands on these situations. Breathe through the nose. I'm breathing through the nose. Okay, I'm just gonna say right now, 7th inning, 1 out. It's realistic, 1 out. You guys on? And we got 2 home runs left. So we're looking good. 1 out. Oh, that's it. There's 27 out. It's not even 100 swings. Oh, that's bad. That's a Texas leaguer, but hey, you got to count those. So how often do you? Those are like the softball gods when you respect the game, and those guys make those great diving plays, catching them on the run. You get those duck parts as a reward. Kind of balances. This is a bit of contact, but hey, it's 2. Relax. Getting it done. Even ugly works. So. Oh, look at that. That's on the line. Yeah. All right. Peanut gallery and right. All right. That's a ball. See, that's nothing. Yes. Sound game. We'll only count out. Oh, that's out of here. I don't know if you see it. So if you can see the silverness out there, I'm in that gravel in left field. That's 300. This fence is like 275. But kind of roughly get over that net. That's just something that scrapes the back. You're looking about 294. But if it's going over, you're hitting the ball 300. It's about 305 to the gravel and left. Okay. New bat. Let's go. So some of the balls I'm hitting, I have a couple of energy on it. Some old rock softballs. I don't know if there's other U-trip balls. Just so you've seen, it's good to see. Be transparent. All right, let's go, bad dog. Those haven't been up. Like I said, this close, I'm swinging. Oh, bend them knees, meow. All right, hold on, don't rush. Breathe through the nose, bro. Breathe through the nose. Let's see, I come settle down. Breathe through the nose. Let's rock. Oh, I got 50. That would be a hit, right? Their warning strike's like 265, and I hit it. And it wasn't like a pop tart. And I don't think a guy playing 290 feet to be able to run 25 feet. See, and that's why taking a good swing on a bad pitch, you still get the hits. See, that's a good ball in the net, but I would call that an out. That's it. You know, that's in between, but it's still a good swing it out. 1 out. 27 ounce old school little Mexican. Everybody said 1 out, 2 guys on, 2 home runs a hit, down 3. For video purposes, I can take that one. How many balls do I got left, Joe? 3. 3? Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go just because we have. I want to use some of the Dennis Schrum. So I got 3 left. That's popping. I haven't made it out yet, kids. You got it in you, Mad Dog. There's another thing. Training your mind to be disciplined for decent pitch. Because you know how. That's why walking is such a good play. Oh! That's struck. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that. I got a really good swing on that. But you could tell by the sound of the bat off the ball that it wasn't going the way it should have. Because it wasn't the crunch. It had a slight pillow. Rewind it. That would have been one of those onyx balls. That ball's tanked. Did you hear how that kind of slight pillow? Yeah, but it was not a rock. I mean, not all of them. Some of them are really rocky, but just listen to the sound. The sound off that, and that's how knowing your bat. Like with that ball to get that distance, they want like, poof. Some of the balls are crunching, and some have a slight, like you can hear it's not, you know, like the onyx ball. All right. Dang it. See, I got caught. That was the energy ball. How many balls left? No, that's it. 1 more. 1 more? All right, I made 1 out. That was a good ball. I got to be selected. 1 out. All right. Oh. You should work on your coordination out here. When we're in and around. That's the Mad Dog. So as I said, this is the Schrum Enforcer. We also got new batting. California Bat / Coast to Coast Athletics. We're coming big in 2026. Huge batting of clothes. Speak to that. Hopefully I can get one. Alright. That's a good pitch, but I don't want to go right center. Oh, man. BP, I told you uncensored on that is. That's the Mad Dog, number 16. Go for it. All right. Let's go. Push forward, big man. Last one. Last one. Finish strong. Going back to the old school McGillicuddy, eh? And so pitches like they're old guys, old school, and they hold their glove right here. Hold on. All right. I could hit those after the last ball. They want to see your Bazinga. There, see it. Pitching mechanics is a little bit too hard. Who's the last? I can't put them. So I just swing at anything right there. That wasn't really the ball I wanted to do. But hey, you saw some good things. That was this. You know, another thing I do for BP, I have an old East in here just to hit whatever balls and not worry about stuff and just cut it. And if you have an old bat like this, that it's this big, a sweet spot, when you're cutting the ball well with this, what you're going to do with your senior bat. A lot of the new bats are coming out. We got the new, hold on, hey, got to take out the ball bag. Ball bag, so we call quickness, but you know, the batting gloves, but we got a lot of stuff coming out. The next installment of California bats, which will be the new one, will be Michael Whitfield's bat, which I believe maybe we're hoping before mid-March. So we'll see how that goes. And after that, You'll be getting the new little Mexican, the BSC bat, which is a prime time pace. You'll also be getting the Mika May woman's bat. So good things for 2026. We got shoes, got a lot of stuff. Be kind, have a great year. I'm hoping to do a podcast really soon, talking about the Challenge Cup, talking about the long haul bombers, you know. And I'm always curious to know how many of you have your eyes open, because there's a lot of snakes in the weeds. And it makes me wonder, but I understand why sometimes you just don't. You know, be true and back up your brothers. Thanks a lot, California Bats, coast to coast.